Hello everyone. Today we will discuss refrigerator and heat pump in this class. Refrigerator, heat pump, second law of thermodynamics and reversible, irreversible process. So first, previous class we already studied about the heat engine. So working of heat engine, how it is works. Now a refrigerator. So we know that refrigerator or a fridge. So we call naturally fridge. So how it is works? So here the refrigerator is used the cooling of substances. So we have taken vegetables, milk, eggs, like any substance the refrigerator is cools down. So how it is works? The refrigerator is a device. We know that here refrigerator is a device, and this is works which is the reverse process of reverse of heat engine. Okay, reverse of heat engine. So refrigerator is works it is reverse process of heat engine. So we already studied, we learned about the heat engine in previous class. The heat engine, so when the heat absorbed from hot reservoir, that is source, and work is done, and remaining heat is transferred to the sink or cold reservoir. So here reverse direction, the refrigerator is works of a reverse direction. So we can draw the schematic diagram. So it is cold reservoir or source, it is hot reservoir or source. The source temperature is T1. So here the working substance, we can use a gas, and this is sink or cold reservoir. So we can write here, it is sink. The sink temperature is T2. Okay, so here naturally the heat engine, the heat is taken, Q1 heat is taken from source or hot reservoir, and work is done, and remaining heat is transferred to the it is given to the sink or cold reservoir. So here reverse direction of heat engine. So then the refrigerator is heat, Q2 heat is taken from sink, and work is done, the external work is done on, so this gas, the work is done on working substance, and the Q1 heat is transferred to the source. Q1 heat is transferred to the source. So it is the working of refrigerator. So now refrigerator is device like a heat pump also. So here the heat pump is the same process as refrigerator. Okay, same process like as a refrigerator. So heat pump is used to heat up the portion. So what is taken the portion? It is heat up. The heat is transferred. Pump the heat. Okay. Naturally here the heat is transferred from high temperatures to low temperature. Okay. Naturally. But certain portion is heating. So with using of heat pump. So refrigerator is also is opposite direction of heat engine. Okay, now the purpose of it cools a portion. So for example we can take a portion, a substance, so it cools. The purpose is to cool a portion of the temperature so reservoir is surrounding we call the device a refrigerator. Okay, so the purpose of refrigerator is cools down of a substance, cools down of a portion. The temperature is transferred to the heat reservoir. Okay, hot reservoir or source. So this is a refrigerator. And the heat pump is if the idea is to pump heat into a portion of space. The device is called a heat pump. Okay, the device is called the heat pump. So heat pump is increase the temperature of a portion, transfer of heat. Okay, here the refrigerator or heat pump is consist. Okay, certain heat is transferred from Q2 to Q1. The work is done W. So then the work done on substance, okay, the work done on substance equals to Q1 minus Q2. Okay, Q1 minus Q2 here. So then the coefficient of performance. So here the coefficient of performance, so it is denoted as alpha equals to, so Q2 heat is absorbing, okay, heat is absorbing from sink by W. So then alpha equals to Q2 divided by W equals to Q1 minus Q2. So this is coefficient of performance of refrigerator or heat pump. Okay, alpha equals to Q2 by Q1 minus Q2. So a heat engine and heat cannot be fully converted to work. So here a heat engine, so we consider a heat engine, it is converted so it is fully converted to the work done. So like here, the coefficient of performance also, the coefficient of performance cannot be infinite. So here cannot be infinite. That means, okay, that means the work done W can never be zero. Okay, it never be zero. When work done is zero, alpha is infinitive. So here W is not equals to 0. So then alpha cannot be infinite. So this is about the refrigerator and heat pump. So next topic is second law of thermodynamics. So here, so we already learned about the zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics is explain the temperature. Okay, it is denote the temperature transferring of heat, thermal equilibrium. And first law of thermodynamics is explain about the conservation of heat. So now second law of thermodynamics is explain about the limitation, fundamental limitations of the efficiency of heat engine and coefficient of performance of refrigerator. Okay, here the second law of thermodynamics, the second law of thermodynamics gives a fundamental limitation to the efficiency of a heat engine, and coefficient of performance of the refrigerator. Okay, now we will, so this second law of thermodynamics will explain, so two statements. The first statement is Kelvin-Planck statement. Kelvin-Planck statement. Okay, the statement is given by Kelvin and Planck. So Kelvin-Planck, so it is called the Kelvin-Planck statement. So what is Kelvin-Planck statement? No process is possible whose sole result is the absorption of heat from a reservoir and the complete conversion of the heat into work. That means neta not equals to 1. Okay, no process is possible whose sole result is the absorption of heat from heat engine. In a heat engine, the absorption of heat from a reservoir, that is source, and the complete conversion of the heat into work. Okay, it is increase the internal energy and remaining heat, the work is done, and the substance and remaining heat is transferred to the sink or cold reservoir. So here it is explained about the neta is not equals to 1. So it is Kelvin Planck statement. And second statement is Clausius statement. Okay, this Clausius statement is also explained the heat is transferred from hot reservoir to cold reservoir, or the temperature, high temperatures to low temperature. We know that the heat is transferred to high temperatures to low temperature. So then the Clausius statement of second law of thermodynamics is no process is possible whose sole result is the transfer of heat from colder object to a hotter object. Okay, actually the heat is transferred, naturally heat is transferred to hotter object to colder object. Okay, high temperatures to low temperature. So then the second law of thermodynamics is explained about the Clausius statement. No process is possible. Okay, no process is possible whose sole result is the transfer of heat from colder object to hotter object. So when we can transfer colder object to hotter object, we can use the refrigerator, we can use the device. Okay, it is about the second law of thermodynamics. So next topic is reversible and irreversible process. Okay, the thermodynamics process are there. So first one, in a reversible process, a thermodynamic system can be retraced back in opposite direction to the changes that take place in the direct process or in forward process. or in forward process is called as reversible process. Reversible process. A thermodynamic system can be retraced back opposite direction to the changes that takes place in the direct process or forward process is called the reverse process. That means, so whatever it may be, we all discussed about the adiabatic process and isothermal process. When the gas is in isothermal expansion, then adiabatic expansion, and it is come back to the adiabatic compression, and it is come back to the adiabatic isothermal compression. So it is come to initial position. It has come to initial position. It is called the reversible process. So this reversible process is a slow process, and this reversible process is a ideal concept. So this process is an ideal concept. It is an ideal concept. So for example, the example is first one, fusion of ice. Fusion of ice. So when the heat is added to the ice, it is converted to water. So when it is cools down, it is converted to ice. Fusion of ice. And vaporization of water. So it is also a reversible process. When heat is added, after boiling, it is converted to vapor. So when it is cooled down, the vapor is cooled down, so it is converted to again water. So this is called the reversible process. And another example, second example, we consider a Peltier effect and Seebeck effect. Peltier effect and Seebeck effect. So what is Peltier effect and Seebeck effect? So when the two wires, so this is first wire, and so we consider a second wire. So it is taken as a combination combined with the two junctions. So it is two junctions. So we feel it is hot water here, hot water. So we can take here ice cubes. So here it is cold water. Hot water and cold water. So for example, this is copper wire, this is iron wire. So when it is hot water and cold water, different temperatures, temperature difference is more. So then here the current is passes. The current is passes. Such type of effect is called the Seebeck effect. In Seebeck effect, the two wires, different wires are taken. So copper, iron, or copper, aluminium, different wires. So with using of this wire is combined two junctions, At one junction we can take cold water or ice cubes, and here hot water. Another junction is consist hot water. The temperature difference between these two parts or two junctions is more, then the current is passes. Such type of effect is called the Seebeck effect. So same, so here when the current is passes through the wire, through two wires, okay, the temperature, so the current is, this is the battery, okay, when the battery is connected to, so it is copper wire and aluminum wire. So then here one junction is consist, at one junction, so it is water, it is also water. At one junction it is consist high temperature, and another it is low temperature, okay, high temperature and low temperature. That means, so this is called the Peltier effect. So Seebeck effect and Peltier effect, it is opposite, okay, reverse process. So it is Seebeck effect, it is Peltier effect. Okay, when the current is passes through the two wire junction, the heat is produced. One junction is heat is produced, another junction is cool down, so it is cool down. So such type of effect is called the Peltier effect. So here Peltier effect and Seebeck effect is the reversible process. And second one we consider irreversible process. So a thermodynamic system, so a definition is a thermodynamic system can be, so it is the thermodynamic system or thermodynamic process that cannot be taken back in opposite direction, is called as irreversible process. Okay, so lot of examples is there, irreversible process. So when the work done against friction, the examples are work done against friction. Okay, so when our palms is there, so when continuously rub down, so the work done on the system on these palms, what happens? Due to the friction, heat is produced. When heat is added, the friction will be created, it not possible. So this is the work done against friction is the irreversible process. And second example we can take magnetization of materials. Here magnetization of materials. So when continuously rubs, so for example this is a iron rod. Okay, so when we can take a magnet, bar magnet, so it is continuously rubs in the same direction. After some time, what happens? It is also converted magnet. Okay, it is also converted as a magnet. So it is a rub in opposite direction, so it not converted to demagnetization. So magnetization is a magnetization of materials also irreversible process. When magnet is heating, okay, when the magnet is heating, so then it is lost the magnetic property. Okay, it is converted as a simply metal. When it is cooled down, it is not converted to magnetic material. So the magnetization of material is a irreversible process. So it is about the reversible irreversible process. A thermodynamic system can be retraced back opposite direction to the same changes takes place. Okay, to the changes that takes place is called the reversible process. Examples are fusion of ice, vaporization of water, Peltier effect and Seebeck effect. This opposite, okay, opposite of this reversible process. And irreversible process, it is not taken opposite direction. A thermodynamic process cannot be taken back in opposite direction is called the irreversible process. Okay, so work done against friction and magnetization of materials is also taken the irreversible process examples. So next class we can discuss Carnot heat engine. So working of Carnot heat engine and efficiency of this Carnot heat engine. Thank you.